So I'm back with another video. Make sure you join the Discord server. You can ask me questions and stuff if you want. You can tap in the video requests, or I'm just on there pretty much all the time. You know, Make sure you join and stuff. But yeah, let's get into the video. But pretty much, in order to start this, you need to make the UI. So I'm gonna start making it, and I'm gonna fast forward it. But I'm gonna keep it in the description though. If you wanna get the UI, or if you want, you can follow along. Anything you want. But yeah, I'm gonna fast forward this part. Alright, so I already have a camera. It's a part with a hinge in front of it. It's you can see which angle is pointing. But I'm gonna involve it in the description, of course, with the UI included. Yeah, basically you can use this camera to angle it where you want, so the player sees a certain stuff. But in the future, it's gonna get more advanced and stuff. Just wait for part 2 basically. But yeah, I'm gonna just name this and put it in the folder. Alright, so now you want to go to starter player, and then starter character scripts, and then insert a local script. So in this script, we're gonna start coding and get that camera to work, the part that we put in workspace. We're pretty much just grabbing the local player and the local character in workspace right now. But then now I added the variable to locate the camera. So we're gonna use that later on in the script. But now we're gonna locate the services. This is not for now, but this is for part 2. If you want to animate the cameras, do stuff at certain angles. But yeah, now we're gonna locate the objects that we put in the folder. Alright, so right here we're setting the player's current camera C-frame to the part that we have in workspace that we place. I kind of had some trouble here, as you can see, but it was mostly a naming problem. It happens every now and then, but it'll be fixed pretty much right now I find the problem. But so as you can see, the camera works, but not the buttons yet. We're gonna do that like later on. But you can pretty much move the camera now. So like I was thinking of adding a car, cause this is a car game menu pretty much. This is how pretty much the other car games do it. People have been asking me on Discord, DMing me like, how do you do this and that? Like, here it is. This is the start of it all. You can angle the camera how you want, but right here I took my time like angling it a good way to like get the good car angle. But yeah, you can take your time. Alright, so you can see me moving around in the background, but yeah, right now the car shows pretty much like when you spawn in the game, but now we're gonna do the buttons. Oh well, like we gotta do the variables first in order to do the buttons. So what you wanna do is go to started UI or like that screen thing, but click the plus button, search up local script, or if it's already there, click it. What this is gonna do is we're gonna start like coding the buttons and stuff. What I pretty much do for like the majority of this time, I'm just like locating all the buttons, frames, so I can mention it in the script and like start scripting it. So like right here, I kind of like messed up the variable username because it wasn't really supposed to be there. It's supposed to be somewhere else. But I pretty much find the mistake I did like after a while when I tried scripting the username in the top. So I pretty much like got the color that I wanted, like yellow. You can pretty much change the color if you want, but pretty much I didn't really script it at all. But I was thinking of like doing some type of hover effect, like when they hover it turns like yellow, some type of stuff, yellow gold. I don't know. So right here is where I pretty much found the mistake. Like, username wasn't supposed to be there in the first place, to be honest, but it was under like some other frame, info frame. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was info frame. So now we're gonna create a setup function. So every time the player loads in the game, it'll like set up the values for like the UI, the text. It pretty much sets up everything. Functions make everything easier once you learn them. But now we have to grab local player again because this is like it's a different script. So we have to like retype the local player, like grab it and put it in the value, variable. I mean, what am I saying? once you paste it in there, you can type inside the setup function the username text, and then we grab the player's name pretty much. And make sure you call the function, because if you don't call the function, it won't run at all. You can see my name up there, but now we want to take off the leaderboards, pretty much the buttons all the way up top, because all we want to see is our UI and stuff. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna type the weight. You want to make sure everything loads just right. So right here we got service for started UI, and then we pretty much change its value to false, which disables it and it won't show anymore. Alright, so as you can see, the top starters UI, where the buttons are at and the leaderboards, they're now gone. Magic. I'm just kidding. So now we're gonna start scripting the buttons basically. But after you do the first one, it's pretty much a copy and paste job. You just copy the names and replace it. As you can see what I'm doing right here. Alright, now we gotta make the settings UI, the settings frame basically. So when they click settings, it pops up the UI where they can edit their settings and stuff. But I'm gonna fast forward through it. If you want, you can follow along, or just get the model that I have in the description. Once you're done with that, you gotta locate the frame, add it to where we put all the variables and locate all the UI. And after that, we gotta add the functionality, so when they click the button, it'll change the visible properties, change it to true or false. Now it's time to test it. I know it should work, but as you can see, you can spam it and it'll go on or off. Now, what we want to do next is show the player's picture frame that you see on Roblox, and put it in the top right corner next to their username, or we scripted their username, placed it in that text, just over to the left. So right here we're gonna get the user's player picture size for the thumbnail, and then after that we're gonna grab it and put it into a variable named content, and from there we're gonna set that as the picture. So now we gotta locate the player's UI, the picture, PFP as you could say, and then set the value, and then you should be able to see the player's picture. Yeah, as you can see, it's right there. Now you can mess around with the background colors, and you can pretty much add whatever you want. But right here I'm just playing around, see what looks good or not, I guess you could say. Yeah, so as you can see, there's like other stuff there, the colors, but I think I'm gonna just choose gray for now. Now it's starting to like start building up, starting to look like a menu, you know? The settings button work, but now we gotta have like a garage type thing. We're gonna start that right now. Alright, so what you wanna do is get your part and like expand it. But what I'm gonna do here is like have a floating platform, and then from there I'm gonna like drag the camera and like have it show from there. But you don't wanna like drag the camera. You wanna like copy it, the one that we just had, and then from there we're gonna rename it. So once you copy the camera and renamed it, angle it how you want. But I'm gonna just have it facing this way for now. So what you're gonna do now, you gotta grab the local player current camera, so that when they press garage, it will just switch their camera to the garage camera rather than like the main menu camera. Alright, so I kinda did it, but like I messed up the naming as you can see. But I pretty much fixed it right after and it starts working. It changes the main menu camera and switches it to the garage camera. So now that it works, we gotta create the garage UI. But I'm gonna fast forward this part. If you want, you can like follow along, or you know, it's already included in the description. See, it save you some time. So right here, we're gonna add the garage frame into the variables where we have like all the UI located and everything. From here, we can edit the garage frame's values, the properties basically, like visible, not visible. You're going to want to make another function. This will allow us to like change frames from garage and menu, and probably in the future to like tune your car and stuff. So this will pretty much ease it out in the future. What we are gonna do now is call a function, and like certain buttons that are clicked, it'll change the frame for us pretty much. So right here, I'm switching it back to like the main UI because we don't want the garage UI to pop up when the player spawns. As you can see, it works how we want it. And when we click garage, it works too. But now we need like a back button. We're gonna start scripting. Let's like go back to the main menu and stuff. So what I did, I just copied the main menu buttons and like I added it and made it look like some type of basic button, as you can see. Now we're gonna go into the main script and then add it as one of our variables, so that when the player clicks the button, we can change the frames. So right here I ran into a problem, but like it's fixable, you know? I just forgot to like change the camera and the change frame function. We're gonna do that right now. Alright, so that should be fixed now, I think. But basically, that's pretty much all of part 1. Stay tuned for part 2 if you want to see more. There'll be, I don't know, like, I don't know how many parts there'll be, but this is for sure part 1. So if you want to copy the script's right here. I'm gonna like scroll down slowly, so like you can get like the final result scripts. That's pretty much it for today's video. But make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you also join the Discord if you want to send like any video requests or anything or need help. Just join the Discord.